If the Supra's nearly 400 horsepower to the rear wheels isn't enough for you, the GRMN is the answer. Over at Best Car Web, Japanese source of upcoming vehicles. Okay, GRMN. What is a GRMN vehicle, first of all, before we dive into the Supra? And the GRMN vehicles sit at the very top. I'll put the little pyramid on the screen. It sits at the top of the Toyota performance spectrum. GRMN stands for Gazoo Racing. That's Toyota's racing division. They just won at the 6 Hours of Monza this past weekend. MN stands for Meisters or Masters of Nürburgring. So it is meaning this is their track focused car. It can handle the Nürburgring. It's been tested at the Nürburgring low volume, super high performance variants of their production cars. There are actually two GRMN Yarises. There's one with the previous generation, and that thing wasn't a true GRMN, to be honest. But there's actually one in Japan right now, and it's limited to 500 units on the current GR Yaris, which we don't have the GR Yaris, but we have something similar to the GR Corolla. But the GRMN Yaris was announced at last year's Tokyo Auto Salon. There's only 500 of these things. So if that's an indication, the Supra GRMN volume will be very, very low. And similar treatment from the GRMN Yaris should also be happening to the GRMN Supra. So let's look at what they did to the GRMN Yaris. Body rigidity has been enhanced. Weight has been reduced by approximately 20 kilograms, which is about 45 pounds. Overall width has been increased by 10 millimeters, so they're going to make it wider. That width also helps with aerodynamic improvement, and the vehicle height has been reduced by 10 millimeters for a lower center of gravity. It uses a mechanical LSD, or limited slip differential, close ratio gear transmission. We know the transmission should be a little bit different here. And a low final gear set, which has been improved through repeated braking and fixing. There's a base grade GRMN Yaris, then there's a circuit package focused on road performance based on feedback from the Super Taikyu series. And then there's also a special matte steel exterior color only available in 50 units. That almost reminds me a little bit of the LFA. The LFA had 500 units and 50 of them were the Nürburgring package. On the GRMN Supra, you're going to have lighter wheels. Could they be BBS? Well, Toyota likes to work with BBS or NK, so we'll see. But anyways, we'll have forged wheels. We'll make them lighter. We'll have upgraded brakes. You'll have upgraded shock absorbers. Will they do Bilstein? It's hard to say. You're going to have more carbon fiber throughout the vehicle, possibly the spoiler, more than likely the spoiler as well, possibly a carbon fiber side skirt and a lip spoiler as well. Now, there are some dealer options actually for the GRMN Yaris. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of dealer options for the GRMN Supra. It's going to be so low volume, and our market's just so different from the Japanese market. Now, if you want to read more about the GRMN Yaris that we don't get, I'll put it in the description for you guys as well. So with that out of the way, 550 horsepower from this overboosted 3-liter, it's the S58 engine. We get the B58, but the S58 engine is the utmost tuned, or one of the highest tunes you can get from the factory on this inline 6 beautiful engine from BMW. And it's arguably one of the best BMW engines ever made, likely because it's also been co-developed with the engineering prowess of Toyota. They're saying that the GRMN Supra will appear from the end of 2023 to the following year as the last version of the current model. So it's going to go out with a bang. But don't think that it will own, like the last production year will only be GRMN. It's probably just their special edition for their last year would be my guess. So we just got the Mekon Blast for 2024, but maybe for the 2025 model year, it's hard to say, but we will be getting a GRMN Supra, at least according to the Japanese publications. It's been swirling around for years at this point. The expected price is 13 million yen. So that will come out to be over $90,000, which, I mean, it's possible that they could get that sort of money for this vehicle. I mean, if we look at the BMW M4 over at Car and Driver, starting price at $79,000 and has the same engine or at least a similar tune. So yeah, I think Toyota probably could fetch $90,000, $80,000 to $90,000 for this vehicle. Now, would we see an automatic transmission or a manual transmission? And I don't want to get your hopes up, guys, but it's probably only going to be an automatic, either a 7-speed single clutch or the 8-speed ZF. My guess is it would be just the 8-speed ZF, but time will tell. And looking at the render they have of the GRMN Supra, if it looks like this, I think a lot of people would be happy. I mean, the Supra's styling and stock form is already over the top, but hopefully they make all these extra vents that are fake on the vehicle, make them functional, at least in some shape or fashion here. And what do you think of the front bumper, the more blocky front end? I'm not against it, but I don't know if it actually looks better than the current front end of the Supra. We have this huge intake, or at least aerodynamic piece, wide body piece behind the front tire as well. A little GRMN stripe here, a little stripe on the side mirror. And then of course on the front bumper, you're gonna have the GRMN logo, and as well as on the rear of the vehicle. And look, on this year's special edition with the Mecon Blast paint color, we have an adjustable rear spoiler. This one, wouldn't be surprised if it's carbon fiber, kind of similar to what we see in the RCF Track Edition, Special Edition models with the carbon fiber wing on it. And all the Supras that I'm aware of in the United States, it's just a black interior. At least those are the only ones I've sat in. So I'd love to see some differentiation here. Now, this is probably a specific model for the Japanese market that has red on the interior, which I haven't seen. Obviously, this is a right-hand drive model. So I'll see you guys down below on the Supra GRMN. And one of my followers on the channel shared with us this timeline, 75 years of the Toyota. So this was made actually back in 2012. And we have every single Toyota vehicle in a timeline format on this. So check this out. So we'll just click body style. Been into wagons lately, so we'll click station wagon. And check out, look at all these station wagons that come up. A lot of crowns, right? A lot of crown wagons, which isn't that funny? We've been talking a lot about the new Crown series. Toyopet Corona Mark II. Let's just go down memory lane. Look at this guy. And you can click on it, this interactive family tree essentially. And you have, of course, a bunch of images that you can flip through as well from different generations too, which is pretty amazing. You can also see interior shots. Look at the long live the bench seat, right? And I'll tell you the engine type as well for every single vehicle, which is just absolutely insane. Lexus CT, let's go ahead and click this. Goes to the other end of the map, right? It was introduced, I think, in 2011. So this is one of the newest vehicles on this list. You can even check out all their different engine configurations. They even had a horizontally opposed 2-cylinder engine. You know, we have V12 in the Century models. Rest in peace, right? They only made it from 1997 in the Century. And I don't know what year they canceled it, but they replaced it with a 5-liter V8 hybrid, which is now going to be replaced with the 2GR V6 and plug-in hybrid for the Century SUV. You have the one and only 10-cylinder as well, the LR in the LFA. You have their V8 series, which are pretty much going by the wayside as well. You're not going to see any modern dynamic force engines or turbocharged engines on here because it ended in 2012, this list. But if we go to inline 6, here in 1990, the 1JZ and the 2JZ were introduced originally in the Crown. And then the 1FZ engine, a 4.5 liter in the Land Cruiser 70 series in 1992. But I'll put this in the description if you guys want to check out and get lost in this for days, this roadmap of Toyota vehicles, every single model in their lineup globally, not just for the United States, but their global heritage from the 50s all the way up until 2012. This is something I'll probably refer to going long live the GS hybrid, right? Something I'll be referring to over and over again in my upcoming videos because this is such an amazing resource. But I'm going to shut it down there. I'm very excited for this GRMN Supra. Just waiting for the word to come straight from the horse's mouth from Toyota about this amazing, super high performance GRMN Supra. Let me know down below, guys. How much would you be willing to pay for a GRMN Supra? 100K, 80, 90K? Would you be happy spending around 40K for the 4-cylinder model? Or do you get the manual with the inline 6? Good to have options. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day and peace.